So go out in the world and be unapologetically who you are. Be authentic in everything that you do. Don't code switch for nobody.
Yes.
Don't switch it up for nobody.
Exactly.
People will love and respect you for exactly how you are and exactly what you're building. And I can guarantee you, you'll see the elevation in real time. Well, hello. Don't we look festive?
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, so do you. First
Thank
of all,
you.
I love this, the jewels in the hair.
So
Let
good.
me tell you, it's funny. My hairstylist was like, I got to do a hairstyle that got to last because I can't come to Puerto Rico with you. So
Yeah.
this is that. So here we are.
And she nailed it.
She did. I'm so happy to be here. I had such a great time yesterday.
Yay!
Did
So
y'all
did
hear
we.
yesterday?
I'm like, I want to hear what
Like I went home like on a high.
Yes, listen.
And it wasn't weed. It was just natural high.
Listen, I was like, Pinky came in on 1,000 trillion, okay? She was like, bring your energy up because I'm
Okay?
here.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah. That's the vibration that I'm on right now.
Yes.
I told myself 2023, y'all, is my Jordan year.
Yes.
And because it's my Jordan year, I'm going to make sure that like I operate in excellence in every single thing I do. How I show up, how I speak, the impression that I leave, the relationships that I build, how I lead my company. So like the space that I'm in, like
Yes.
I'm so clear and so focused more than I've ever been in my life.
Yes.
And I'm just happy to just be in the presence of
Yes.
like all of my dreams and desires.
Exactly. And I love too that you're operating in your excellence is you being you.
Yes.
It's not, oh, I'm running a playbook, or this is how you're supposed to present, this is how you're supposed to dress, this is how you're supposed to look. I'm gonna run the playbook as to the best of my ability. No. You're just gonna be 100% yourself,
Me, all the time.
1,000% yourself. Bring
Yes.
all of you to everything, everywhere you go, and that's winning. That's excellence.
That is excellence.
Yes.
And I'm
yes.
so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Look, I had to, you know how you meet somebody like, oh, they dope. So I started researching, right? I'm like, oh, she's powerful. I love it. Like, I just love what you represent.
Thank
So,
you. I love what you represent.
Thank you.
Literally. And that's how I feel. I feel like, you know, Sonia was saying yesterday, I was like, I did not plan what the speakers were going to say. I have no idea what's going to come out of these people's mouths. Okay? But she was like, you don't have to plan alignment.
No.
And I was like, see, always with the poetry with you.
Okay, listen. I love good poetry, but it's real.
It's
like,
real.
When things are in alignment, it works out exactly how it's supposed to work out.
Exactly.
Like when I'm being totally transparent with y'all. When I got booked to do this, right? At first, I'm like, okay, all right, I don't really know these people, right? I'm being honest.
Yes.
But I'm like, okay, it's a conference in Puerto Rico. Oh, great, we go to Puerto Rico.
Exactly. We need a vacation anyway. Yes.
But then when I came here, it
I know.
exceeded my expectations. So when I say that I'm proud of you, like it's not just because like I'm just saying it to sound good.
Yeah. No, I know you're not, because
Yeah.
I don't think you say
no,
anything like
I can't
that.
tell a lie. I'm proud of the level of execution. I'm proud that I get to be a part of something so special that it was like over 500 people in the room.
Yes.
Like I didn't expect all that.
Yes.
But I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm just happy that you thought of me to put my name in a hat to do that.
Yes, well, of course.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, it wasn't me, it was my audience that thought of you. And I mean, I follow you
thank
and I'm a
y'all.
fan too. But to me, I think you are similar to me in that we really care about our people. We care about our community. And so everything I just ask, I'm like, who y'all want to see?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and got everybody that they said. I'm like, okay, everybody I can afford. And I can afford them this year, probably won't be able to afford them next year. But like everybody that I can afford.
Evolution,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. Evolution. Listen, her price went up yesterday,
Yes.
okay?
Okay,
Again.
it definitely did.
Again.
Because I walked out of here like, yes, I'm here. I'm
Yes.
and it felt so good. But
Yes.
you know, it's important. You said something really key that I was just talking to my fiance about the other day. Somebody asked me like, so what is the key, the secret to like really growing a brand? And while I'm growing it in
Yes.
real time, you literally said what I say all the time. You got to talk to the people.
Yes.
Like they don't know, you won't know what they want until you ask them.
Just ask them.
Like,
it's so easy.
I go on my Instagram like, hey, I'm looking for an assistant.
This is literally,
hey, I'm looking for this. And
that's how I
literally-
sell everything. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, y'all, I'm thinking of doing XYZ. What y'all think? Oh, we love that.
And
Let's
you'd be
go.
surprised at the resources and the people that want to be a part of the process.
Yes.
It's not always about, I don't even know the topic of this discussion, but I'm telling you, like, it's not always about like the final, like pretty polished thing. It's about what
Exactly.
happens in the process. And that's how we get to grow business.
And that's actually how we can connect as humans, right? Because we want to connect, and like we're real people and we want to connect as real people. Yeah. And so when someone shows up being real and saying like, I don't know if this gonna work, but here's what I'm thinking, what y'all think? And you're like, yeah, I like that too. All right, let's co-create it together, right? Like you're a part of this because you're saying yes to this and we're going to build it together. You're going to give me feedback and I'm going to take your feedback and I'm going to make it better, right? With your, because I'm building it for you. And it's just about having empathy for people. And I think part of the reason why we have so much empathy is because we've been that person.
So let me tell you about my empathy, okay?
Tell me about your empathy.
Don't do this. But people will DM me and say like, Pinky, I'm about to get evicted and like I'm about to get evicted tomorrow and I need like 3. I be having to catch myself, y'all. Because I'm like, what's your cash app? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like that level of empathy.
I get it.
Like it's deep.
Yes.
It's deep to a fault sometimes because obviously you can't help everybody. Am I the only person like that? Like I will take the shirt off of my back to make sure that the next person is good. And it's worked for my advantage so much, but sometimes I be having to catch myself like, all right, Pinky. You know what I mean?
Yes,
but like
because
empathy is real.
It's real. And you want to do it, like to me, I'm like, okay, it needs to be systematic. It has to be scalable, right? I want scalable empathy because I want to be able to serve as many people as possible. I want as much transformation as possible. And so I don't like it, like 8 figures sounds like a lot of money, but it's like there's still a lot of expenses that come with that. It's not like I take it all home. Listen, you know about the overhead.
Yo, let me tell you, can I talk to y'all? You know when I turn, I'm like, okay. The restaurant industry is one of the hardest industries
100%.
For so many reasons. First of all, you got to pay labor. You got to pay the EOC, the DBAC, ABCD. Like it's so many things to pay. So while like for me, I got lines down the block and a lot of people come to the restaurant and yes, I make a lot of money. By the time I pay all these damn bills, I'm like, God damn. Like,
what's left?
What's going on? But what I realize is when you're building, it's really about like the impact and the idea that like all things are possible. Like Slutty Vegan has made so much room for all the things that I want to do. I done came up with like 5 ideas backstage.
Listen. We were talking earlier about how you just ideate and come up like, and you're literally launching your ideas within 48 hours, which I love that about you. I used to do the same thing. I'd be in the shower and just launch it. You know what I mean? And just make it happen. But here's the thing, and here's the difference that I want to make sure everybody gets. You have to commit to that one thing that's going to give you that freedom. You commit to one thing first. You get that first million under your belt, right? You get that extra income so that you can, hire the team and, create space for yourself so you can even come up with the ideas. Then you're now in a position where you can hire teams for every idea that you have.
So it's interesting that you said that. So I was saying this yesterday. It's important to make sure that you focus on that thing because the thing will make room for you. Right? And Slutty Vegan has allowed me to do all of these things because I made sure that I was super focused. Let me be honest with y'all. If you ain't make it yet, it's easy to make $1 million.
It's really not that hard
to stay there.
You understand what I'm saying? Part.
You can make it fast. But what you gonna do to keep it?
And how do you make it repeated?
That's what I'm talking about.
Repeatable
where you
millions.
can do it again and again and again. Which is why I always wonder, like, why is a one-hit wonder a one-hit wonder? Right?
Exactly.
It's easy to get there and make that big hit, but you're only as good as that big hit. And I'm speaking really like practically speaking, right? Like I'm not here right now, I'm here. Like, so when I say that, you gotta be able to like be consistent in all things that you do. Every time I come up with something, I'm like, all right, cool. It's because I've made this village work. It's robotic now, so it's a machine. So now that I have this machine, you got the oil leaking down to the other parts of the machine. And now it leaks down to the other parts of the machine to make the other machine work. And that's how you build an empire. That's how you build the biggest companies and organizations in the world. That's where I'm trying to get to. So that I can leave something for my daughter. I can leave something for my son. Or I can leave something for my damn self if I want to because this is what I'm working for.
Exactly right. Exactly. And that's what we at Hello 7 are trying to do because so many people who are out there teaching business and coaching and education, they teach you how to do sales and marketing. They teach you how to maybe get the first million. They don't teach you how to keep it. They don't teach you operations. They don't teach you process and systems. They don't teach you finance and insurance. They don't teach you how to lead and manage a team. Right? And that is the stuff that we teach because I want you to build an asset, not just a job that pays you well. I want you to have an asset that makes you money when you ain't there.
You know how many unhappy entrepreneurs I know?
Oh my God.
You know some of us in here unhappy right now. Okay, which is a part of the reason why we're here, because you want dancers, you need the support. So finding that pathway to be able to grow the thing that you get the first time and allow it to be a wash, rinse, and repeat, that is when you really, truly unlock that level of freedom.
Exactly. Exactly right. You know what your new best friend, Susan Hyatt, says?
Susan needs her show, okay?
Listen.
The real life coaches of, where's she from, Mississippi?
She's actually from Savannah, Georgia. She's a Southern woman.
Okay, the real life coaches of Savannah. Okay. Oh my gosh, it'd be a hit. Yes.
Listen, that combo was so magical. I was like, let me try this. I just intuitively think this is going to be great. Let me see what happens. And I'm like,
but she's herself, and that's why I like
this
her.
Is what I'm saying. Y'all both being up there being very different, but authentically yourselves 100%.
Yes.
I love it so much.
Yeah, she's the bomb.
It's so good. But one of the things that she says is, your best work is never behind you. And I'm like, yes, exactly. I think sometimes we're like, well, I've had this success, I'm done now. No, you're not. Because what happens when you plateau, you start to do this.
You get comfortable.
And it don't last forever. So it's like, you got to keep showing up, right? And that's how you do this.
Girl, you better talk to me. I'm about to run around this church. Listen, let me tell you all something about comfortability. Comfortability is worse than your worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean when I say that? It is worse than your worst enemy, because guess what? You know what the worst enemy is thinking most of the time.
Exactly.
That level of comfortability, you're going to look up and realize that, like, the essence is gone, because you got comfortable with the money. You got comfortable with that status at that time.
Yes.
But, like, I am in the business of climbing mountains.
That's right.
And this don't have nothing to do with money.
Exactly.
So for the people who are in here that are at the top of the food chain or entrepreneurs, like, moving the mountain is what's exhilarating to me. You know,
and it
like,
feeds you.
It feeds you. Like, I get excited about new ideas so that I could unlock these challenges and come up with something so great. It's really like the Pinky and the Brain model for me.
Total, 100%.
Like, I'm a genius and I'm insane, okay?
Yes! Both and.
At the same time. And or, you know, like, but, man, life.
Yes, you have to enjoy the journey, because that's what's going to keep you here. That's going to keep your excitement and keep you moving forward, right? Like, learn to love where you're at right now and get excited about where you're going. And as soon as you climb one mountain, you're like, where the next mountain at? That was fun, right? And you're like,
it's
I need a vacation. You go lay on the beach for a week, and now you're like, okay, where's the next mountain? Because I'm bored now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a good high.
Yes.
Like, I get high off of growing and elevating my consciousness. Like, that gets me high. Weed can't do that for me.
Yes.
Alcohol can't do that for me. I'm serious.
So true.
I'm keeping it real with y'all. Like, elevation is so necessary.
Yes.
And it feels so damn good.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
You mentioned essence, okay? So I would love for you to share with the audience, what is sluttification? So what does that mean, and how can we get some?
Sluttification is the art of having a euphoric experience eating a plant-based burger.
I love it. Yes.
If that was in a dictionary, that's what it would be. But that's what it was, right? So, like, when I created Slutty Vegan, I knew that if I named it Pinky's Vegan, wasn't nobody coming.
Yes.
I knew that if I didn't add, like, the raunchiness or the raciness or the provocativeness, the in-your-faceness, then people weren't going to pay attention.
The in-your-faceness, y'all.
It's called disruption.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Don't be regular.
Yes.
Be your unique self in every way.
The level of disruption has gotten me through doors that you could only imagine.
Yes.
And because I was disruptive, I'm like, it got to be a tagline. I got to build this community. Like how Beyonce got the Beehive.
Yes.
Slutty Vegan got the sluts. Right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And sluts get sluttified.
Yes.
Right? It's like when you open up Pandora's box. Because vegan is not supposed to feel dirty.
Yes.
But Slutty Vegan is a good dirty.
Yes.
So when you have that good dirty experience, it's like, well, have you been sluttified? And like, well, yes.
Yes, like if I haven't, I want to.
Yes, right. And it doesn't matter if you're old, young, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, anything.
Yes.
Everybody gets sluttified. Everybody, like, and nobody feels dirty doing it. And I'm so glad that I created this level of sluttification because now it's a badge of honor.
Yes.
There are power in words.
Yep.
When you can redefine the meaning of words,
yes,
you can change the world.
You reclaim them.
Do you understand what I'm doing right now? I'm First of all, I'm a strong black woman.
Yes, you are.
I celebrate my blackness.
That's right.
But when Pinky show up, I represent the black woman, the white woman. I represent the middle class woman because I was once middle class. I represent the mother.
Yes.
I represent the entrepreneur.
Yes.
So like, there's not one category that I'm speaking on behalf.
That's right.
I'm speaking for everybody. And that level of like intimacy and energy, that is what saves the world.
Yes.
So as long as I continue to do what I've done with Slutty Vegan and redefine narratives,
yes,
I know that one day we'll look up and like the world will be a better place.
Absolutely. Yes. Listen,
yes.
That there is so much there. First of all, the juxtaposition, right, of slutty and vegan. It's like, this is how you build a bomb ass brand, right? Have juxtaposition. What am I bringing to this industry that's not already there? Let me bring some of that energy to it, and that's what's going to make people pay attention, right? Instead, a lot of times we walk through life trying to be unnoticed. We're like trying to hide. Stop hiding, okay? Be noticeable, be bold, right? And also make a statement that you can get behind. And even if you shook, do it, right? Because you're gonna get people on board your train. Like, they're like, what is this?
So let me tell you something funny, speaking of getting people on board your train. So do y'all remember yesterday I was talking about the shroom concept?
Yes. First of all, you got a lot of like the people, you got investors, you got customers
in my DMs right now. Like, hi, can we set up a meeting? We heard about the shroom concept. A grower, his family member is here. Somebody who's a grower
that is
of
so
mushrooms
fun.
said, I would love to talk. I'm a chef, and all I make is mushrooms, and I have a mushroom farm. I would love to talk to you. I said, okay, let's set up the call.
Yes.
So that level of disruption, even just alone for the concept, like, it sounds psychedelic shrooms, but you're really literally talking about mushrooms. Being disruptive in the spaces that you have in your businesses is what's going to make people pay attention.
Yes. And when you talk about your ideas that are unique, but you're passionate about them, right? That's what gets people on board. It's the passion that you're like, okay, it's like flies to honey. We want to see people authentically being themselves and being passionate, right? The other thing I want to point out too is that you said, and I think we need to talk about this all the time, every day. You are a black woman. You're not only talking to black women or black people. You're talking to everybody.
Okay.
Everybody.
Pinky Code is for everybody. Okay. That's
correct.
My motto, yes.
Because I think so many times when we as black people write books or we create businesses or we create communities, it's always like, it's for black people. No. Okay, stop. Why? White people make things for everybody, but black people can only make things for black people, right? Same with Latinas, same with everything, right? It's like queer people make it for queer people, right? Like, it's everybody stay in your category, stay in your
and
box.
You don't have to stay in your category.
No.
The most successful businesses and brands in the world are universal brands.
Yes.
That everybody can appreciate.
Exactly.
And I want to be the change that I wish to see. I want to like debunk the myth that like you got to stay in one space.
Exactly.
I want to be able to like, when I say the aunties love me because I'm like the rich auntie, right? Like, I want to be able to speak to them, to young people, the Gen Zers. Like, I want to tap every single industry space so that when you see my name, it's like Oprah Winfrey and Beyonce.
Exactly.
Like, when you see their name, they are universal to the world. The Michelle Obamas of the world.
Exactly.
Like, that's the lane that I'm in.
Yes.
You know? And,
And you
the lane that I'm going to continue.
you don't have to deny your blackness to do that either.
No.
Right? Because people are attracted to that authenticity. They want more of that. We don't see enough of it, right? And so when you do that and invite everybody in, magic happens, right?
Absolutely.
So like, I just hope that you feel freed up to serve everybody in whatever way that you want to serve, and recognize that you can be for everybody. Everybody can be your client, right? You don't have to put yourself into a box. You don't have to have this narrow view of what's possible for you or who your audience is, okay? It's all about relating to people, you know? So I think you just freed a lot of people up just now.
Thank you.
This was so
Like,
dope.
you telling me it's time. Why would this only be 20 minutes?
I mean,
okay.
first of
you
all,
know I like to run my mouth, okay?
I was like, this is going to be a fire 20 minutes. It's going to be a shot in the arm.
Okay.
Let's take one question. And you had your hand up first, so you get it.
Thank you very much. I'm proud to be here. I'm celebrating womanhood, and as a young entrepreneur in this space, when you mention narrowing down, like you want to kind of segment the people you want to start with.
Yes.
So I want to be sure I'm getting the message.
Yes.
I'm attracted to women that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, but they are stuck.
Yes.
The question now is, if you don't want to attract other people like the white, you still want to first get this community of people.
Yes.
So how do you now
A great question. So it's basically like if you want to serve everybody, how do you do that on day one? Usually don't do that on day one. Like day one, you're gonna have the people who are attracted to you. You're gonna have your core. Yes, you're gonna have your people who are attracted to you first.
And then once you acknowledge your core, you realize that you can grow beyond the core and still support that core in the beginning.
Exactly.
Right? Like you never leave your core. The core is what gets you where you're supposed to be.
They were the early adopters, right? They were the ones to raise their hand and say yes first and tell their friends.
Those are the people that always stay there because they're gonna support you good, bad, and ugly. But then when you start to elevate and branch out to your brand, you start to make the brand more universal, at least in my humble opinion.
Yes.
I'm just going based off what
your experience.
My experience.
That is 100% accurate. So product market fit, right? That's something that some of y'all have taken my class on that, right? The Fortune 500 companies of the world, this is how they do it. They focus on early adopters first, right? They have a target market. They're hyper focused on them. They get those early adopters in the door. The early adopters don't need proof. They're the ones that are willing to say, yes, they're sold, right? Then they go tell friends. They bring the referrals, right? And then you get the mass market because the mass market needs evidence. They like, I don't know.
They need to know that it's going to work.
Right. Like before you came to this conference, you're like, I don't know nothing about this. Let me see what happens. I'm going to come, but I don't know if I'm staying, right? Let's see. I'm going to just deliver what I said and bounce. So, right? And so you have those folks who need evidence. And so the early adopters provide the evidence for the mass market, right? And then you have people who are never going to buy no matter how much evidence. So we just buy, ignore them, right? And so that's how it works literally for Fortune 500 companies. This is how you build businesses, right? You find a core, you focus on your core, you serve the hell out of them, right? You create a relationship with them, community with them. They fuel your business. Exactly. And then you expand beyond that. That's how it works. So it's like, we don't need to do all of this on day one. Okay, let's keep it simple on day one. Let's have an offer. Let's have an ideal client that we're serving. Let's get it out there. Let's make this first million. Then we can expand and hit everybody, right? Then build other companies and all the things. Yes. Yes, we on the same page. All right, well, you said that you keep things on time, so I'm going to keep us on time too.
Can I say one last thing?
Please say one last thing.
So as you go out in the world after this experience, I want you to walk away from this space and all the other spaces that you encounter while y'all are here and realize that like everybody has the ability to unlock that potential.
Yes.
And the only thing that separates us at this moment is nothing.
Yes.
You understand what I'm
literally.
saying?
You
Not
are
a
our
damn
peers.
thing.
You are our peers.
You are our peers. So go out in the world and be unapologetically who you are. Be authentic in everything that you do. Don't code switch for nobody.
Yes.
Don't switch it up for nobody.
Exactly.
People will love and respect you for exactly how you are and exactly what you're building. And I can guarantee you, you'll see the elevation in real time. So that's my message to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
So good.
Thank you. I'm going to the beach now, guys.
Listen.
Thank you.